Welcome back, Wildcats, to another episode of
ECTV,
ECTV.
with the exception of us being at a new and different location.
Attention sophomores and juniors, are you guys interested in working in the mental health field as a future career?
If so, the Youth Mental Health Academy is holding summer internships, which applications are due March 31st.
For more information, make sure you check out the bulletin board.
So, Michael, are you not going to congratulate me or something?
Oh yeah, happy Women's History Month. And to all the special women around the world and especially here at EC.
Thank you. It's awesome to be a woman. So let's go look at some inspirational Wildcat women on campus. With this month being Women's History Month, news went out to recognize some women Wildcats on why this month is important to them and shout out some fellow peers.
I think it's a nice reminder for all women, like ages 0 to like 100, to remind themselves, like, we're all still little girls, like figuring out life.
You know, women were half the population. We've been doing bold and beautiful things since the dawn of time, and really not getting much credit for it because of the institutions of society.
Women's History Month to me is acknowledging how far women have come with our rights and the steps that we've made towards being recognized.
Women's History Month to me is something that shows awareness on all of the things that women have done throughout history.
Not only is it important to recognize women throughout this month, but all year round I think it is to just remember how much you do.
So I'd like to shout out Tanaya Worthy. She is a senior student of mine. I met her when she was in 8th grade, and at that time she said, I want to be a pediatrician and go to an HBCU, and she is going to an HBCU and will be a pediatrician.
The student that I have right now, Chloe McDaniel, because she is very transparent with me of I'm just having an off day or very vulnerable to ask for help, always shows me like the utmost respect.
Lily, Miss Reyes. I have Jessica, Miss Ramsey, really good. I have so many strong females.
It's important to sit down and be like, are you okay? I'm okay. Or I'm not okay. And that's okay.
Thank you to these special women and all our other fantastic women around the world. Happy Women's History Month, now sending it to arts.
Thanks, News. Those are some awesome women on campus.
I'm Darion.
And I'm Isla.
And this week, Arts went behind the scenes with our backstage crew.
Catch Seussical the Musical this weekend and next at the Truax.
I mean, that's really about it. So let's go on there right now.
Purpose for the tech team is to prepare everything that is not acting. So they take care of the lighting, the sound, the stage, so they do all the props, they help manage the costumes, they build the set, which is probably the most noticeable thing.
We're building platforms that are like 5 feet off the ground, and it's just a lot of work.
Alright, so you can see we've got different kind of set pieces being built right now, different kind of tools. This right here is called the counterweight system, the brick house, fly rail, whatever you want to call it. This is what we use to bring in and out all the stuff up there. So it says women's because this is an old like women's restroom door. So let's go up there now. So right here, this is what we call a spotlight. This is the power switch.
It's kind of like running a ship. Like when you sail a ship, everybody has a specific job, and the ship's not going to sail unless everybody's doing their jobs and they're moving in sync.
And then one of the things you'll notice here is that we have a bunch of chalk all over the walls. That is a tech tradition for every senior that leaves or whoever their last show is will allow them to write something on the walls. So this is what we call the booth or the sound booth, whatever you want to call it. This is where, kind of like a command center or control center, this is where we control the lights, control the sound, control the projector, things like that. Also logistically in an admin setting where you have to account for a lot more things like microphones and etc. And you have to kind of know how to do a little bit of everything. You have to be a jack of all trades.
What I like about my job is that the people.
All the people are so fun to be around, so it was a no-brainer.
They're very vital to the success of the show.
Thanks, Arts. The show looks amazing. Didn't know there was so much work put behind these scenes.
Hey athletes, the Herb Meyer Memorial Scholarship deadline is soon. 2 $1,500 scholarships will be awarded to seniors who lettered in a varsity sport. Check your daily bulletin for more.
Hey Haley, isn't it hard to balance school and athletics?
Yeah, it definitely can be. Doing cheer and doing school sometimes can be a lot.
Well, we interviewed boys volleyball and administrators on how they balance school and athletics. Of the 2,500 students, more than 900 are student athletes. 5% compete in multiple sports, which can take a toll on mental health.
Sports impacts mental health because any kind of exercise that you're doing helps with the brain, and also helps kids keep their minds off things that are going on. So it's both an escape and it's also very healthy.
There is also negative impacts as well, where the pressure that players put on each other, coaches put on players, parents put on players as well. So there's a little bit of both.
The impact of sports on Wildcat athletes goes beyond than winning and losing.
Participating in sports helps me with discipline, like hard work. Like you have to keep on working hard, get the results that you want. So you just gotta stay disciplined, and no matter the outcome, just keep going.
It can be challenging at times, like juggling like sports and school. I also have a job, so it can be a lot.
Move on to the next. If you lost, you can't really just sit there and dwell on the past. Like just think on how you're gonna move on and make it better the next game.
Thanks, sports. Now, before we get into this segment, we at Pro would like to announce the annual Terry Lavero High School Arts Competition. And if you're up for a little creative challenge, you would like to submit a self-portrait of yourself plus any piece of art of your choosing. You could find more information on this at the bulletin board. Now, sending it to Prowl.
What's up, Wildcats? This is Karis with On the Prowl, and in today's episode, we're going to be interviewing teachers to ask about their classroom decors. So first, who do we have here?
Mr. Chambers.
Miss B.
Milo Waits.
I am Miss Serta.
Mr. Wasano.
Hi, I'm Ms. Antonio, English teacher.
What is your favorite part of your classroom, and what makes your classroom unique?
I have this wall that's just music posters, and then I have like a collage of different bands that I personally like. I love music. That's like a big part of my life.
I like all the artwork, the current and former student work on the walls. I find it inspiring. If there is an opportunity to do something creative in class and a prop will help the students be creative, I want to have that prop.
I would have to say the photo wall. Just about 99% of every student I've ever taught at El Camino has their photo up there. And when I retire, I'm going to take all those photos, put them in a big album, and I'll always have that to remember my years at El Camino.
It started out with a couple kids doodling, and I would take the pictures away and I would put it on my wall, and it's turned into a whole wall of art. If I need to reminisce or go back and look at the past, I can look up here and just remind myself of where we've been and where we're coming and where we're going to go.
The way I've arranged my desks, it's kind of at a diagonal. The TV's like in the corner. The favorite of all my students is a reading corner. There's like lots of comfy places to sit. I have an AP student who likes to leave random ducks in my room. Don't know why.
I have a bulletin board. It could be whatever a student wants to celebrate. We all want to celebrate that student, and so we'll put that up on the wall. I do have quotes everywhere. So everywhere they look, when they zone out, look somewhere, there is some type of quote that is telling them that they are meaningful and that they are loved.
Thanks, Karis. You're giving me more inspiration on what to look at in my teachers' classrooms.
Well, that's been it for this episode of ECTV.
Thanks for watching.
ECTV out.